Hello everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Sunday, guys. Welcome in. Zero, what's up? Han Solo. Renshira, Bath, what's up, guys? Hope y'all are doing well. Hope you guys have had a great week. Hope you guys are having a good weekend here. Welcome back, guys. I just started up a humble little town here on the best map, the High Peaks map, and we're just checking out. I got an AI opponent on here, and we'll just see. I put the AI opponent on aggressive, and we're gonna check it out and see, see how that goes. I'm just in the summer of year one here, about to head into autumn, so. We're just like halfway through the first year. I just kind of set up some of the basics here so that we could get a little head start on checking out the AI and stuff. Since we've done the starting process of setting up a town 100 times, so got a little jump start on that. But obviously, still have more to do to set up the town, and then we'll check out the AI faction. So yeah, hopefully it'll be cool. See how it goes. Yeah, it's time for dinner, Bath. There you go. That's right. Appreciate it, Han Solo. Thank you so much. Glad you're here. Zero, I hope you're having a great Sunday. How was your fishing trip, by the way? I think you had your fishing trip yesterday, right? This weekend. I hope it went really well, dude. Got the popcorn ready. Oh no, it was gonna be better if Arsenal win this game. Ooh, yeah, okay. Here, let me look that up real quick. Actually, let's see. Arsenal's playing against Chelsea right now. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Ooh, it's tied. I see what's going on. It's tied 1-1 right now in the second half. Okay. All right. Keep me posted on that for sure. I would definitely be watching that right now if we weren't doing this. That's very interesting. Doing good, doing good. Oh, Man United won again. Nice. Soon they will win 5 in a row so that guy can cut his hair. Surely, right? Soon. He caught a few fish, but oh, okay, gotcha. Kept having to give him back, put him back or whatever. Well, at least it's all fun though. Got some quality time and everything. Nice, guys. Well, glad to hear from you. Hope you guys are doing very well. So, anyways, like I said, we're just gonna kind of build up this town a little bit, and hopefully get some pretty decent combat engagements, military scenarios against the AI opponent. But we'll see how it goes, of course. But that's hopefully kind of the plan here. So I just got basic, most of the basics set up here. Housing, basic storage. We're starting to make some planks. We're starting food like berries and fish or whatever. And just standard wood cutting, firewood, etc. So pretty much just the basics so far. Just starting to just got a trading post up. Gonna start getting some economy set up and whatnot. So just kind of like the basics here so far, and then like I said, we'll expand out and hopefully anticipate some combat scenarios against the AI opponent and see. Hopefully that'll go well. Everybody was catching stingrays, catfish. Oh my goodness. I don't think I haven't really been fishing too. I've been fishing a few times when I was younger, like I was in the Boy Scouts, So did some, camping trips and fishing and, that kind of stuff. But a long time ago, and I guess I was never really too into it beyond that. Good morning, Ned. How we doing? Happy Sunday, dude. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get this storehouse upgraded. We'll probably get the granary upgraded too in a sec. like I said, we're just kind of doing a bit of the basics here. Got some of the basic infrastructure set up, and then we'll kind of focus on taking a look at that enemy AI faction, see how they're doing. But anyways, this region does have rich berries, and then it has a rich stone quarry. So, you know, we got good food and economy potential here. So we'll get up a quarry over here. Start getting some stone, and yeah, we still need to build a church and a couple other basic things, but you know, we're in the tail end of the first year, so you know, just kind of the like I said, the basics here so far. Gonna do some toasted ham and cheese baps. Wait, what are cheese baps? Toasted ham and cheese baps. Is that like a sandwich? It's gotta be something like that, right? I feel like the AI is only good early game. Gotcha. Late game, their town spiral out of control. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm sure you're right, Han. Nothing wrong with beer. That's right. Doing good in the frozen wonderland of Massachusetts. Oh, nice, dude. Holy, I hope you've been at least partially enjoying the winter weather. But man, we're getting to the tail end of it here. I gotta say, at least over here in Northwest, it's really starting to feel like spring is like actually here. It's been pretty sunny right now. Like it's still cold out, but it's been like starting to get pretty sunny and clear, you know. And I see a lot of the trees. Like there's quite a few like cherry blossom trees around here, you know, for example, that are all starting to get in bloom and stuff. So starting to look like spring is basically here. All right, we're gonna export some planks because you know it's pretty much always a good idea. Or at least we did the Vokland perk because you know why not. And then I guess we'll just start with that for now, and then we'll probably start weaving in some stone products as well. Get a couple people assigned to there. We do have a few more open living spaces. We're good on that. We got planks. Let's probably upgrade this granary right now while we're thinking about that as well. So anyways, we're just going to get we need to get a church in, ramp up some stone production. We're getting economy going. Maybe ramp up some additional food. I got a couple backyard areas kind of prepped and ready. Like a veggie garden over here, for example. Last Sunday to Monday, 25 inches of snow. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. I don't think I've ever experienced snow like that. I'm born and raised in San Diego, Southern California, so no snow there at all. But now, like living in Pacific Northwest, there is, I feel like maybe once a year. I feel like this year there hasn't been any snow. But I feel like usually it's like once a year and maybe for like a week or two. You know, kind of like a small amount of snow, but it doesn't really last very long, you know. But so I don't think I've really ever experienced like real snow like that, like a real snow season. That's pretty that's a whole thing, you know. All right, we're gonna get some firewood and start replanting stuff over here. We're upgrading our granary. We're starting to collect stone. Getting a lot of good stuff going here. Got a nice veggie backyard area ready to plant. Let's also put a hitching post next to our trading post because after another sale, we'll be able to order up a horse. Baps are circular bread. Oh, okay, like a burger bun, kind of, but just not necessarily a bun. Okay, interesting. More snow during the week and today, dude. That's nuts. Yeah, I was gonna say Zera's over there in Florida. Yeah, can't relate, right? Hey, Mo Smarties, happy Sunday, dude. Hope you're having a good one. We've had a good week and everything. It was negative 35 2 days ago. Oh my goodness, in North Alberta. Wow. You guys are really in the thick of it then. Holy. Yeah, it's more like temperate weather here in the Northwest, so I guess I can't really relate. Firewood, yeah, we got firewood going. We got it going. Forgot about it for a sec. Last time they had a blizzard like this was in 1978. Okay, wow. So it's this is like a pretty intense one then. Wow. All right, let's order up that horse. We just made another sale. Get that horse coming in. All right, cool. Looks like we pretty much got all the berries. I mean, we've got plenty of food to carry us over the winter and everything. Berry deposits are like honestly, like a rich berry deposit is probably like my favorite food source. It's just so easy and so strong. All right, we still have a few living spaces. Okay, we're done with the berries, like we said. Let's put another person on the quarry. We just want to get as much stone as possible now, basically. Because we can also, since we have the, well, we do need to build a church still first. So let's get that out of the way. I had this kind of central spot ready for it. Right there. And then after that, we can actually start selling off rubble stone too, because we'll get rubble stone as well as the rough stone from the quarry. And with the Vogtland perk, the rubble stone actually sells decently as well. So we'll probably start selling a little bit of that too. But let's get this church knocked out and a couple other things. Church construction view. Man, High Peaks is the best still. Still my favorite map.
Berries, bursting with flame. You'll not find finer wares anywhere else.
Humble little town here. Hopefully the AI will be at least decently formidable. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, it is March 1st. So happy March 1st, 2026.
Berries, bursting with flavor and fit for a king.
Third month of the year already. How about that, huh? Alright, we got our church. We only have one more living space available. Let's probably add a bit more housing if we can. Starting to run short on like ideal spots. I think we should let's move the logging camp a little bit farther out. Might have to just take out one of these trees. It's not the biggest deal. It's fine. Let's move that a little bit out of the way here. Then we can open up this area for some more housing. Nice.
Well, perhaps perhaps it was simply a bad batch. These things do happen from time to time.
These things do happen from time to time. Do they?
Berries, berries, bursting with flavour and fit for a king.
Berries! High Peaks has the best vistas. The mountains look great. Yeah, honestly. Used to like the lake, but now you've been playing more on the river map. Yeah, no, I hear you. The river map, I don't know. It also has really good aesthetics. But obviously one of the big draws of the river map that I know a lot of people like to utilize is the you know, kind of the strategic advantage of how you can make those like choke points at the bridges and stuff. Okay, let's see if we can add
Feast your eyes on our fine selection.
a bit more housing here. I guess we'll just go with that. It's a little awkward with the angle or whatever, but
Berries so plump and juicy, you'll want to eat them by the bushel.
yeah, whatever, that's fine. Let's double up the road here. A little more division.
Berries, berries, bursting with flavour and fit for a king.
Guess we could just do a couple doubles here. Let's just do that. The housings don't really like to cooperate too well with when you have like the curved roads and stuff sometimes. We'll make do. Just fill in those areas. All right. Get some more housing opened up. We're ramping up our economy. We can start selling extra rubble stone as well, like I said. Cool. And then we can also sell rough stone too. There we go. Start really ramping up that economy-wise. Good stuff. And then we'll also think about building a manor here very soon as well. Yeah, the bridge choke points are always good, right? Get the logging camp restaffed since we moved that. We'll be able to plant some veggies over here soon as well. Add on our housing extensions. Nice little town square kind of thing going on here. So we got like the well, the market, this little strip here, and then the church and houses kind of all around. Nice little centralized area. And we got berries on the right side, fish on the left side, some backyard areas kind of dispersed throughout. So feeling good about this setup so far. All right, let's get as soon as we're ready here, let's turn the surplus up to 15 for the rubble stone because we need 15, and then a few more timbers and we'll get a manor going in here. Yeah, it's helpful because you don't like playing with mercenaries. Yeah, for sure. So you got to use more strategic advantages. Don't have such a easily obtainable army without using mercenaries. Yeah, for sure. Don't want to lose so many militia. Definitely good call.
Step right up and sample.
Okay. We still need to add more living spaces even after that, but so we have a few more open for now. Let's see. Add a couple right here. Okay, now we're really starting to make some better sales. That's going to start ramping up with the stone and the planks and everything that we're selling. Very good. Alright, and then Manor. Get those 2 more houses there, and then Manor coming in after that. Probably doesn't really... Probably not going to really get to the, you know, stage of like building a castle or anything necessarily, but we can go ahead and just place the Manor up here. Okay. Manor coming in. So we got 5 open living spaces. Good. Keep expanding the pop. Let's add an orchard to this one. So we got veggies and fruits coming in. Start getting some food variety taken care of here. Hey, welcome back, Renshira. How we doing? Happy Sunday. How is Manor Lords these days? Well, that's a very rigged question. I don't know. You could go down a rabbit hole with the answer to that one. But it's all in the eye of the beholder, really, right? So, you tell me. Okay. Manor is about to get completed. Cool. Let's get out of winter here. Take a little view.
Well, perhaps it was simply a bad match. These things do happen from time to time.
Oh, that's a nice one right there.
Berries so plump and juicy. Come on, eat them by the bushel.
Missed it, but what's the farmland like? We do not have rich fertility, but there might be some patches of, like, you know, rye fertility or something that we can utilize. Let's take a look at that. We'll have to get out of winter first because we can't see anything right now, really. I mean, I guess we kind of can. That doesn't look correct. Where's all the plus signs and everything? I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. This is what did they change the fertility overlay as well? I guess. I don't even know. Maybe they changed that too. I don't know. Maybe the snow is hiding the plus signs? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm going to wait to get out of winter and then try to look again. Or as the saying goes, beauty is in the eye of the beer holder. Yeah, exactly. Well, I understand. Yeah, the elevation has those zigzags, but I'm not looking at the elevation. I'm looking at the fertility, so. Yep. Alright, let's get some veggies planted here. Let's do carrots, are just kind of my go-to. Do carrots in here, and let's get these people assigned. We got granary worker and forester, so let's get someone else to the granary. Let's put one of these guys on the saw pit. Okay. Someone else to the granary. And then their other one was forester. So let's unassign that and get someone else to the forester. Let's just put those guys on gravedigger for now to get them off the worker pool. So there we go. We got our veggie people assigned a carpenter and gravedigger. That's good. Get them going on their carrots, and then let's plant some apples over here. Okay. They can get going on that. Economy's already looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and build a stable and get another horse coming in. And then we'll ramp up even more economy. We could use even some more housing spaces again. We're out of like ideal housing places, but start just putting more on the outskirts, I guess, basically. Okay. Yeah, I understand that, Alwyn. I'm well aware of all of that. That's not what I'm commenting on. This is new. I don't know how long you've been playing the game, but okay, see now we can see the plus signs on the ground. So yeah, obviously the snow was hiding the plus sign, so it looks like they've also added the elevation overlay on top of the fertility overlay. No, it was just covered by the snow. Obviously that's the UI visibility during winter months is just awful, so in a variety of ways. But anyways, looks like we have decent rye patches available, that's for sure, and then we also have decent wheat, so we can definitely set up some farming as well. Not really too concerned about it though, to be honest, because we have a lot of food available between the berries and the fishing. All right. Looking good. Let's also set a little bit of a tax here. Let's just go like 10%. Okay, and soon we'll have that second horse. Ramp up economy even more. Okay. Looks like we are. Sorry, I did see briefly pop up there that this one had the upgrade available, so we'll probably be able to get some tier 2 upgrades coming in here pretty soon. Yeah, there we go. Those are starting to fulfill. Let's upgrade just like 1 or 2 houses for now, just in case we need some backyard extensions. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, we'll do some farming here for sure. Pretty soon. Looking good. Alright, Alright. Let's get another person on the storehouse. Looks like we need to up our distribution here. One more granary, one more storehouse. Family worker will be good. You need it if you upgrade it, right? Unless you're buying it. For what? For what, Zero? What do we need? What do we need? Let's upgrade our food gathering buildings too, the backyard extension buildings too, so that they have increased capacity for the pantry, for big collections. We need it if we upgrade, unless we're buying it, the farm. Oh, you mean like we need it for the food variety? Not necessarily. So if you look at the, I mean, I guess probably to reach maybe like the complete max now, which is now level 4, you probably do. But to reach level 3, which basically unlocks everything that you'll need. Like getting to level 4 housing is I mean, getting to any level housing is really pointless right now. But level 4 housing is, I don't know, I guess it's not pointless because you do gain another living space and you gain like +1 regional wealth, but I don't know, that's kind of like nothing. Level 3 is really pretty much like the max tier of housing because that unlocks the maximum like artisan shops and whatever. But yeah, as you can see here, you don't need necessarily grain to unlock that. We could get, once our vegetables come in, then we'll have forage goods from the berries, and then we'll have carrots from the vegetables. We got fish for meat, and then we'll have our orchards providing fruit here. So we'll have all of our food variety demands taken care of even without bread. We could use grain right here for the second one, but it just depends on your setup.
These things do happen.
It's never a bad idea to use farming, though. We're definitely going to do farming. It's just, you know, we don't have to. But might as well make use of the fertility if we have it. Looks like it's pretty much kind of down near the edges here where we'll work with that. Put some strips down here. Okay. Should be decent for starting. Farmhouse. Uh, 60 families, not 80. Oh, it's 80, not 60 for a large town. Total. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, we're not just trying to. We could get to like I was showing. We can get to level 3 even without the bread, like I was just demonstrating here. So it just depends on the setup. Like if we didn't have like a berry deposit or some kind of forage goods, then we would basically have no other option to get this second variety here other than from grain. But yeah, it depends on what resources you have. Okay, I think we got that second horse by now, surely? Yeah, we did. Okay. Assign a second family here to the trading post. Keep that going strong. Okay. Let's get some mercenaries and go, oh yeah, see this? Yeah, don't mind us, we're just gonna walk right through your town. It's, very silly, this is the enemy town. I was gonna go get some of the bandit camps or whatever. But first we gotta walk our troops just right through the enemy town, no worries. Just coming through, guys, don't mind us. Nothing to see here, This is fine, this is normal. I know we're enemies and all, but, I guess that doesn't matter. Alright, we'll head up here to the bandit camps. Well, some of you guys are looking the wrong way here. The enemies are over that way. That's cool. Is this some new technique that we're just discovering where you don't turn to the enemy until the last second? Loading their bow and arrow and then looking the wrong way. It's a skill shot, I guess, huh? They're getting swag points. Okay, well, got that done. Let's send it to the town. Why not? We'll get our resources back too. Well, I guess we get the resources that they stole from the other town too, because we just got salt and charcoal, which we haven't made any of on our own. So I guess that means we take whatever they stole from any town we get, right? So that's kind of interesting.
Rip their heads off. It's time for war. Here we go, boys.
Here we go, boys. Yes, we got even some more salt, and so that's interesting. Alright, I think that's it for bandit camps, right? I don't think there's any more. Oh, maybe there's one way down here. Start moving that way, I guess. Alright. Yeah, our town's pretty good, pretty chilling for now. I guess let's go ahead and let's put in a bowyer shop so we can start making some war bows, so we can at least have an archer militia. And yeah, I mean, there's not really like too much else that we need other than kind of starting to prepare for the next set of demands, I guess. But I'm not really like too concerned with that, to be honest. We kind of took a look at, you know, the upgrade requirements and stuff last weekend and all that. Yeah, I mean, reaching the tier 3 or tier 4 housing and stuff is cool. I mean, really, like, the only reason to get tier 3 housing is to have 2 of them, so you can have 1 bakery and 1 cobbler's workshop.
So plump and juicy.
Don't really need to upgrade housing other than that, to be honest. Not really any point, you know?
Keep your hearth warm. Well, perhaps it was simply a bad bet.
Okay, we got some warbows coming.
Firewood. From time to time.
Starting to get a little bit of carrots, so small harvest. Berries, carrots, carp, yada yada. Alright, let's add a plowing station. Let's get a hitching post over here, order another ox.
You'll not find finer wares anywhere else.
Let's add the herb garden here too, by the way, why not? Looks like our guys are finally getting all the way down here. Yeah, this is year 2. Year 2 right now, yeah. I'm gonna try to move these guys around to the side so that way our archers still have vision on the back of these enemies. Easy. Yeah, the archers seem to now, like, they reload and they're, like, facing the wrong way. And then they, like, turn at the last second. At this time, you're mostly broke? Oh, Alwyn, I definitely invite you to watch some of the guides here on the channel. We've got some town startup guides, economy guides, all that kind of stuff. Unless you're on, like, some pretty extreme settings, you should never really have any issue with economy. There's just so many very easy options to utilize for economy that we break down and highlight in several of the guides here on the channel. Definitely invite you to check that out. Particularly if you use this perk right here, the Of the Vogplan perk. I mean, it's almost too easy, to be honest. Well, not almost, it is too easy. They need to nerf that perk for sure. Or who knows, I mean, they're just going to revamp the whole perk thing anyways, but... Alright, we'll get rid of that. Alright, we're done with the mercenaries for now. That's all the bandit camps. Easy peasy. Let's see. Yeah, just for reference too, by the way, you can see I've literally only been selling planks and stone. That's it, yeah. Of the Vokland perk is definitely a license to print money, yeah, for sure. We're printing coins over here. We got the mint rolling hot. You've been playing only with the small holding perk? Oh, nice. Yeah, that one's cool too. Small holding's good too. Yeah, I mean, you can have a strong economy in any region very easily. Honestly, even if you just utilize charcoal. I mean, I've done several runs where literally I only sell charcoal and that's it, and you can sustain a successful playthrough literally just selling charcoal, to be honest. Speaking of which, charcoal kiln. Charcoal is like if you want just like a very easy go-to item that's gonna like make you a ton of money without having to like really, I don't know, try or think too hard. Charcoal and you can do that in any region. You don't need any perk. Doesn't matter what perk you have. Doesn't matter anything. You can sell charcoal anytime, and I guarantee you you're gonna be in the profitable territory. Addicted to the Regensburg Guildsman. Yeah, I mean they're all good options. It's cool to kind of mix it up too, you know what I mean? Alright, let's assign an ox here. Okay, and then we'll start getting some farmland ready here as we're approaching a new season. Get ready for that. Yeah, Regensburg, yeah, for sure. That's the thing. Yeah, Regensburg gets better as you go on, right? Yeah, as you start to upgrade more of your housing and stuff, then it really starts to ramp up, for sure. Absolutely. Sell charcoal and planks. Yeah, I got you, dude. Well, you know. Practice makes perfect, right? All good. Alrighty. Speaking of the charcoal, we'll get that staffed up. We got carrots coming in now, carp, berries. Let's upgrade our water well too, before we forget. Like you want them both at the same time, yeah, exactly. I know, practice. We got to tell the archers to practice. We need our captain of the guard, Baff, to lay down the law here and get this training in order, you know? Stable up, order up another ox. Yep. Okay, also we should have enough for our, speaking of archers, we should have enough for archer militia. Yes, we do. Good. We also have our starter spear militia. Good. Alrighty. Another bandit camp up. Don't worry about that later. It's not time sensitive necessarily. In this situation. Yeah, we'll have apples soon. We'll have apples soon, that's right. At least a small amount of apples. From our humble little trees here.
Finer wares anywhere else.
Cool, yeah. And then we'll also get some of this farmland set up here. Let's see, 73%, 72, 71, 68. Okay, so we'll do wheat, rye. Is there any barley fertility anywhere? Not really. I'm not going to worry about farming barley. Okay, we'll get that going. Enough apples for archer practice. Yeah, exactly. They can. Someone will stand there with the apple on top of their head, and then the rest of the archers will practice by shooting the apple off their head. Yeah, exactly, Bath. That I agree with Bath. Yeah, I like the perk selection should really realistically be based on like what your regional setup is like with the resources that you have, and then also the environmental affinities, and then also what what your goals are, whether you're playing against enemy AI or not, etc. So several factors to take into consideration, but. No, Ned, I just remembered it right now when this when the warning popped up here. Yeah, I forgot to set the import on tools, but we set it for now. We set it now, so we should be fine. Not super big deal. Oh, this one never gets a wheat? Yeah, we want wheat on here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, see, so all of our food varieties are now taken care of. Because, we got the apples from our orchard, we got the carrots from our veggie garden, we got the berries from our berry deposit, and we got fish from the fishing deposit. So we just need clothing and ale, and then we're ready for tier 3. But we don't really have barley, readily available, like, to plant. What about flax? Flax is kind of blah as well. I guess we could maybe... There's like... kind of like okay fertility for flax right here. I don't know, maybe I'll just put like one patch right here and see what we get. I don't need like a ton of clothing. Realistically, I just want enough to like upgrade one house to get the bakery extension. That's kind of the main thing. So we'll probably just purchase a little bit of barley and a little bit of whatever we need for those demands. Make it easy. Yeah, careful with sheep if we use them. Watch elevation. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. I don't really have any plans for sheep right now, I guess. Sheep are always a good idea. Like, I definitely recommend that you guys use sheep, like, pretty much always. But I think I'm not really going to bother with it for now. That's right. We need dead sheep lying all over the place. Alright, so now we're making buku amounts of charcoal already. We can just start selling charcoal as well. Very easily. 20 regional wealth for the trade route. It's no problem at all. Sell a bunch of charcoal. Easy. Alright. Looks like we're getting our crops all planted up. Have at least like a decent starting haul coming in here. But yeah, not bad at all. Our setup is looking pretty good now. go ahead and add the garrison tower here so that we can get a full retinue ready to go. Yeah, sheep are great because you don't need, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sheep are like very low labor investment. It's more of like in a financial investment, right? You know, sheep can be a little expensive if, you know, by the time you order in a starting, you know, 20 or 30 of them or whatever. That's a pretty strong chunk of change that you got to spend, right? But yeah, once you got them in the town and they're naturally reproducing, and you know, you only need like one person staffed on like a wool farm or whatever to be able to get that. And yeah, it's like really low labor cost and very easy. Huge bang for your buck. Sheep are, I mean, I'm sure many of you guys have seen it, but I, you know, have a whole video that explains basically why sheep are so good. We're at the end of year 2, basically, or at the tail end of year 2, about to be headed into November. Woolly trip hazards, technically. Okay. Getting that garrison tower coming in. Economy's ramping up still. Put in a windmill somewhere. There we go. I think that looks kind of cool. Looking pretty nice.
Don't be shy, good sirs and ladies.
Get the smoke out of the view. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's looking pretty nice. Yeah, we'll take a look at the AI town here. Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're looking like too. Alright, here they are. So they do have a tier 2 right here. They have a blacksmith housing extension. That's a tier 2. They have a joiner's shop as well. That's tier 2 as well. Clay furnace. They got a couple backyard extensions over here. Veggies. Church, charcoal, all the basics. So it looks like they're at a pretty similar point where we're at, to be honest. A couple tier 2 houses. Some backyard extensions. So yeah. Not too bad. Looking like pretty similar to where we're at, I guess. Cinematic, yeah, no, 100%. Cinematic views are, that's where it's at with this game. Yeah. Exactly. That's by far the strong point. Definitely. Gotta soak it all in, you know? Alright. So all that's looking pretty good.
Berries so plump and juicy, you'll want to eat them by the bushel.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not too much else that I mean, we could just keep expanding the town and, you know, yada yada. Obviously, you know, more housing spaces or whatever, I guess. Could add some back here, probably. Not too bad of a spot, I guess. Something like that. We could probably also add... let's do animal pens. We'll add a bunch of animal pens. I think we got our garrison tower finished, right? Or it's almost finished, okay. Farming stuff I think is all done, so we'll free up those people. Okay, we did finish that garrison tower, so we can... There we go, we had just enough money to maximize our retinue. Okay. And we'll fill these in with... Well, we do have a pretty strong environment affinity for woodland. We could consider pigs. But I want the hide. We're just going to do goats. I want the hides.
Come one, come all. Feast your eyes on our fine selection.
Okay, let's get some goats up in here. It's never a bad idea to add in the 5 apiaries as well, so we might do that too. But let's do a few more goat pens over here. Order up more ox, just improve our logistics. Take a look at our market capacity. Still looking okay. Might need to add another more staff pretty soon. Okay, over this coming year we might try to just purchase up some like barley and clothing kind of stuff so that we can at least get a bakery in. At least one. We just need one tier 3 house for a bakery. Basically, that's all we really care about. Yeah, we'll see, Smarties. I mean, I think it's still not. It's going to be under. We'll see what happens when we, you know, get into like a combat engagement with them. But when we were doing the stream last week, we didn't actually engage with the enemy, but we did see that they were rallying multiple full spear militias. So I'm interested to see, you know, how that pans out again. Like if that's just, you know, how the standard thing now or what. So that'll be interesting. We should be able to. We've got a full retinue, we've got some archers and spearmen, and we've got, you know, strong economy to be able to purchase like some mercenaries and stuff. So we can definitely launch an attack pretty soon here, but it's more about, well, we need influence if we're going to actually attack their region, but yeah. Do we ever tell the market not to sell firewood, only charcoal? Yeah, absolutely. That's a great call, Ned, to be honest. We should probably even be doing it right here, or the opposite. Honestly, I think what I do typically is the opposite. So I tell the market not to distribute charcoal and only distribute firewood. So that way we're only selling charcoal, right? Like we're just literally using the charcoal only for profit. But then that would mean, so we would need to go to our charcoal and put like a surplus here. You know, like, I don't know, 40 firewood, something like that. So that way because right now we don't really have firewood, right? So we would set like a charcoal, make sure that we have at least 40 firewood in stock at all times before you craft more. And then don't sell charcoal here at the marketplace. So then we're only selling it at the trading post. So we're just only making money from charcoal. So we're using the firewood that's only worth dirt, right, as our fuel, and then we're selling the charcoal that's worth more. In this case, since we have the Vokland perk, it doesn't really matter, obviously, because the firewood is worth like the same profit margin as you get from charcoal. But as a general rule, yeah. Or you could do it the opposite way if you were like, in this case, right, since we have the Vogtland perk and maybe we just want to sell firewood instead, then you do the opposite. Then only tell them to sell charcoal, don't sell firewood. And then, yeah. So it depends on how whichever one you want to sell for money, don't sell at the marketplace, basically. Yeah. Bandit camp sighted. Another thing for the checklist for new players, when you create your 5 apiaries, go to the trade post and set honey and wax to be exported. Yeah, absolutely. Honey and wax sell very well, yep. And you can't use honey and wax for anything else right now. It's a completely useless item, so... Or items, both honey and wax are completely useless right now, so just sell honey and wax. Let's add those 5 apiaries over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Did that just say we had someone who was hungry? Yeah, right, dude. That's obviously a bug, because, I mean, we've got food supplies for 4 months, and the market is stocked, and it doesn't say we need any more workers, so it's like, yeah, cool bug. Alright, raiders are near. Enemy unit has been spotted, so it looks like they're coming from the southern area. Which is Leonic. Or we're in Oralhart. I think the rest of these come from the north. Let's just fend off these bandits with our own forces. Got a strong retinue. We got some archers. We got some spearmen. Let's take out these bandits with our militias and our retinue. Alrighty. Make sure we're set up with everything, though, for coming back into spring. So let's restaff the forager hut. Restaff the fishing. Cool. Got our apiaries coming in for our wilding bonus. Might not be a bug. Your food supply at the market was only at like 58%. Well, that's food variety. That's not food supply. So as we can see, every house has food. That's food variety. So they should not be triggering that they are hungry if they have food. Maybe they would trigger that they're unhappy because they don't have food variety, but they should not be triggering that they are hungry and dying of starvation. As we can see here, every house has food. They just maybe don't have the full food variety. So it's definitely a bug. Same thing happens in the winter. You like randomly they'll say they're freezing cold even though you have plenty of firewood. Honey and wax sell for good money. Yes. Especially when you have the Vogtland perk, exactly, because they're both minor trade items. Absolutely. Oh, and you've never seen them get oversaturated on the market either. That's interesting. Sell beef, meat, and cider? Yeah, exactly. Let me know how that goes, Zira. There's little rabbits here, poor little rabbits. There's not even a hunting area right here. Yeah, you know, we got random rabbit. Look at these rabbits, dude. Look at this. Yep. Here we go. Here we go. That's the good stuff right there. Nice. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, let's go defensive. We'll have our retinue charge in. Yeah, deers were far superior to the rabbits. Yeah, that's how they make little rabbits. Is that what was going on? Yeah. Alright, we're good. I think that was it. Alright, we didn't lose anyone. That was easy. Yeah, that's that. Done with that. Defended from the bandits. With our retinue and our archers and spearmen.
Berries so plump and juicy, you'll want to eat
Alrighty.
them by the bushel.
No problem. And so, once we have some coming in here, we'll set the honey and wax to export, like we were mentioning. Alright, cool. Yeah, let's see, what does it look like from this side? There we go. Gonna be... Oh yeah, that's right. You can edge scroll in the frickin' cinematic view. I forgot. Ugh, disgusting. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. But we are carrying on here. We're entering year 3, and things are looking solid.
Berries so plump and juicy, you'll want to eat them by the bushel.
Alright, we are back. So let's go ahead. Like I said, I do want to import. I want to import some of these we want to get at least one house upgraded for the bakery. So I'm pretty much just like want like a temporary supply of this stuff, just enough for an upgrade. But it's going to have to be closer to the tail end of the year because we need the harvest of the fruits from the orchard. So we're just going to go ahead and set up our infrastructure for it first. So we're going to get malt house and then our tavern set up. Tavern, I don't know where we can squeeze this in. We've kind of taken up a lot of the good spaces now. Maybe all the way back here. It's not too far out of the way. We'll just go with that. Actually, let's Okay, let's move this woodcutter lodge. Let's move that out of the way, and then we'll put the tavern right there. Right here. Once they move that stuff out of the way.
Berries, berries, bursting with flavour and fit for a king. Berries so plump and juicy, you'll want to eat them.
Got
by
some
the
rabbits
bushel.
tattooed on your chest. What the heck? Is the nice guy who was selling the berries the same guy who was shouting, "Rip their heads off"? It could be. Today you noticed your fishing pond was drained. Yeah, so I didn't know this for a while either, but yeah, there's droughts that happen. Well, I mean, I knew about the droughts because I knew that they affect like farmland and stuff, but yeah, I realized that the droughts actually severely affect like fishing ponds and stuff. So yeah, they'll definitely like drain the entire water source basically, and temporarily. It's a pretty severe impact. That's right. Most Smarties knows all about that. Yeah, you gotta get... That would be pretty funny if you could put like a water well next to the pond and try to have them like refill the pond. Okay, so there's our tavern. So we want a malt house as well. Slap that in over here. Okay. And Weaver's Workshop, I guess. Not gonna lie, honestly, I'm probably just gonna import... I mean, we will need a Weaver's Workshop for, like, once we get some of this flax coming in. But, yeah, I think for now I'm just gonna straight up import clothing. I'm not gonna bother with... Let's upgrade the tavern. Get that all ready to go. We're just setting up our infrastructure here, like I said, to just knock out these last couple requirements so that we can at least get one level 3 house for the bakery. There's our malt house. Tavern's getting upgraded. Should be all set. Okay. Excuse me. So, like I said, I'm just gonna probably like during summer, as we're approaching the autumn season, we'll get some of that stuff imported and ready ahead of time. Oh yeah, so we moved the woodcutter lodge and we never restaffed it, so we'll fix that real quick. This is on the one that's, I think it's called a duel, where it's just like a one-on-one, it's just like it's basically restoring the peace, but instead of the Baron, it's the AI. Or the on-map AI, whatever you want to call it. If we have sheep, yeah. Yeah, we do want a cobbler as well. See, so, but the thing is, though, Alwyn, like, I really don't, like, I don't really care about a cobbler, to be honest with you. I mean, it'll be good, like, we'll do it, you know, and if anything, mostly use it for, like, profit or whatever. But my point is that, like, there's really no reason or incentive to level up the housing. Like, the only reason that we need shoes is for, like, the max tier of housing. And I don't really care about the max tier of housing, because there's no real incentive for the max tier of housing. At least in my opinion, in my playstyle, I guess. Like for you, I know you mentioned you like to use the Regensburg Guildsman, so it's probably worth, you know, if you like using that perk, it's probably worth upgrading like all your houses. So yeah. Just depends on what you're going for. But yeah, shoes are, in general, as we've covered in the economy guide and stuff, are just like highly profitable in general as well. So, you know, you do want a cobbler shop for you know, at least for economy. But yeah, as far as like progressing the town or anything, I mean, realistically, there is no reason to progress your town. It's just the only reason to progress your town is for like whatever your goals are, you know what I mean? Because you're not going to get any additional perks, you're not going to get any additional, I don't know, benefits or anything really. So, like I said, if you have the Regensburg Guildsman, then the benefit, there is a pretty decent benefit with, you know, you're going to get at least modest, you know, income from the plots, you know what I mean? But yeah. They're poor, but they have shoes. Well, that's good, though. I wouldn't want to be walking around barefoot, so. Nice farmland view down here. The farm fields always look nice. I think there was a couple more bandit camps that popped up too, so maybe we could go take care of those. Just hire up some mercenaries. It's too easy. Grab the bandit camps. Alrighty. So we had people move into these houses. I mean, not really going for like a massive town here necessarily, so. Flax looks nice. Never had that. Alwyn, you gotta hop on the channel, my dude. You gotta hop into the channel here. The flax is like the best, one of the most satisfying decoration techniques, I guess, too. You know, you can use it as like a decoration for your town. Yeah, check out the video Aesthetic Town Building if you're interested. Show how you can use the flax fields to like decorate your town and stuff like that. Some other techniques. Alright, I think there was one more bandit camp. Yeah, in the middle region. We'll just go grab that. Go. Okay. May. Alright, so we're approaching summer, so I'm going to start. So let's see. So, commodities, clothes. Let's buy. It's only 60 regional wealth for that trade route, no problem. Import. And we don't really need that much, you know. I don't know, we'll just do 10. That's only like 130. So that's really not that much. And yeah, like I said, I just literally just want enough to upgrade like one house. So Let's see. Let's go ahead and purchase the malt trade route as well. Well, hold on. We can't brew beer, so we just need to purchase straight up beer, actually, or ale. We'll leave the malt. We're gonna end up purchasing malt anyway, so that's fine that we bought that other one. But for now, we're just gonna purchase straight up ale, just raw ale. Okay, so there we go. So we're just gonna straight up purchase and import these things at a limited capacity, just so we can upgrade one of the houses. So we'll have those on hand. Yeah, see, so we have what we... So, like this house, for example, if we get the clothing and the ale coming in here, this house can be upgraded right away. So we're going to get that ready in anticipation of the harvest window, so we can have the bakery. And make sure we're getting the maximum, you know, production rates, of course. Poor people at least need a nice view. Yeah, exactly. Like we were saying earlier, there's a lot of pretty infuriating issues in this game, but the graphics and the aesthetics and stuff are by far the best thing. So definitely recommend, you know, taking in the aesthetics and stuff as much as possible. People need ale. That's right, Alan. That's a great call, dude. Honestly, ale is a must-have. Gotta have that, dude. There's no way I could survive medieval times without ale. You know, I get where they're coming from. All right, took care of those bandits. That was easy. Get the camp. Take the treasury on that one. Alright. Done with these guys for now. Alright, cool. So we're going to keep our eye on our supply here or whatever. See when we get these items imported. And we'll get that taken care of. Let's go ahead and also assign another person to the granary and another person to the storehouse. Up our logistics. Let's get back on top of fishing as well. I paused on the fishing so that we could have get a big influx of fish here to make sure that we have the meat category. Right here, the meat category. Alright, and we should be slowly producing that honey and wax. See, look, we've got a decent amount of honey and wax slowly starting to come in to into supply here, so we can just start selling that as well. Make some good profit there from our 5 apiaries that we put in for our maximizing the wilding or apiation bonus, excuse me, on top of the wilding bonus, which will positively impact our farms. So we got some good things coming together here. We're kind of making a next step advancement in the town. Okay. Still waiting for that delivery of clothing and ale. Hopefully soon. Okay, there we go. We just got a clothing shipment. We just need the ale shipment. So we should be... Oh, there we go. Hopefully we see... Okay, let's staff up our tavern. Okay, hopefully we'll see... Okay, so the clothing got taken care of. Hopefully the beverage will get taken care of real quick. And then we get our haul of apples. We should be ready. Okay, there we go. See, ale is now covered. Garments are covered. So we just need animal produce or fruits. So either we get a couple of milk from our goats, or we just get the harvest of apples here as soon as it rolls over in September, and then we should be good to go. Yes, it does there, yeah. So, as I pointed out before too, you guys can go anytime to, for example, a crop field or any, I'll show you, you can go to, like our burgage plot that has the vegetable backyard, or we could look at a field, for example. And if you go to right here on the field on the main page, or on like a house, if you go to the general tab, so this icon right here, the one that's like a bag of supplies or whatever with like the arrow, that's like the productivity marker. And if you scroll over right next to it, it's going to show you the productivity like rate, basically, or efficiency, I guess is what they call it, right? And so yeah, like you can see any on any of these that it's showing us that, yeah, we have the, you know, we lost a quarter, I don't know, a quarter percent, I don't know how, whatever, 0.25, whatever that translates to. We lost 25% efficiency from the Vokland perk, but then now we're gaining back 13%, 10% from the 5 apiaries that we built, and then an additional 3% from the just natural pollination affinity in the environment. So you can see all this information on any like relative or any relevant production building, and that applies to any production building. So, you know, if we go to the saw pit, same thing right here, see that symbol, and we can see this is not being affected by anything. You know, we don't have anything that's increasing or decreasing the efficiency of this saw pit, so we can see it's just at standard efficiency rate or whatever. So you'll be able to see that on basically any production building. Excuse me. Yeah, we could upgrade, or we could import some quinces real quick just for the upgrade.
Well, perhaps it was simply a bad batch. These things do happen from time to time.
Not a bad idea. Oh, well, there we go. So we don't even need them. See, we just got a like a couple milk that came in from our goats, and then all of a sudden, look at that, we're ready. So we have the milk is covering this category now, so we're good to go. So we're gonna upgrade. Like I said, I really only care about upgrading one tier 3 house right now. I'm gonna turn off. I don't want to purchase quinces. So there we go. Look at that tier 3 house coming in here. I guess we'll upgrade 2 of them. Might as well. So we have one ready for the cobbler and one ready for the bakery, or yeah, bakery. So, but anyways, that's pretty much it. Those are the only 2 things that you can do with the tier 3 house. So, is a cobbler and a bakery. So we'll have that coming in here. So we'll be ready for our upcoming harvest. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn off. I don't want to just continuously be purchasing this stuff. I really just wanted an upgrade. And we're going to start, you know, making a little bit of our own clothing. And we'll probably just, now that we get a brewery available as well, we'll probably just import malt. Because then that way we can use the malt to create our own beer at a 2-to-1 ratio. Or our own ale, whatever. So we'll get one more tier 2 house over here as well. So we have our tier 3 houses ready to go. So we can add our, we'll add our bakery over here once we're ready with our harvest coming in soon. It's okay. We'll take some quinces. That's all good. Alright, so we're getting ready for a harvest window here. So let's clear up some labor.
Keep your hearth warm.
Okay, that should be fine. Alright, so we got some labor available. We'll get this farming task knocked out. So after our farming task, then we'll convert some more of these artisan workshops over here. Could probably just sell extra war bows too. Doesn't matter because we're not going to make extra profit off of them based on the profit that we're already making from regular planks anyways, but whatever. Might as well sell. When you're waiting to upgrade the house you want, always last in line missing the item. Yeah, no, so Ned, a habit that I started getting into, and here, one sec, let's, or we're all good, they should be doing these farming tasks, but, so, a habit that I started getting into, Ned, because the marketplace does prioritize, like, proximity. The marketplaces have unlimited range, but it's like, if, say you have 10 houses and only 5 of some item, the 5 houses that are like closest in proximity to the marketplace are going to get access to those goods first. So I've gotten in the habit of, like, I used to have a really bad habit of just like the first houses I built, well, not necessarily a bad habit because, you know, the first houses you build, you're like, oh, I need to use these, you know, for something. But I've gotten in the habit of, like, the first houses that I build, like these few that are, like, closest to the marketplace right here, I don't really do anything with them. I leave them open. Like, I don't add any extensions. I don't do anything to them. And that way, they're probably going to be the first ones that are going to be available to upgrade. And then that way they're not already used for something else. And then, you know, now we have our, like, this house right here is level 3, as you can see. Like, I haven't touched this house, I haven't added anything to it, and it's literally right across, like, as close as possible to the marketplace, right? So, like, these houses here, like, this one's also ready for an upgrade, whatever. Like, these ones that are really close, they're going to be upgrade first. So I leave them open, and I don't do anything to them until I, you know, get all the upgrades done that I need or whatever. Alright. Harvesting our farmland over here. Yeah, just like Bath, you eat all the food before you got home. Are we not using the ox? Why are we not using the ox? What's going on with that? Just waiting. Looks like we're using one of the ox. What's up, Roland? Happy Sunday to you. Alright, so we're going to be ready for baking bread and making some clothing here. We need more ox. Well, no. you can only have 2 ox assigned per farmhouse, so we would need more farmhouses if we want more ox. But I was looking at the 2 ox that we had. One of them wasn't doing anything. Now they're both doing stuff. Alright. Let's see. Probably just gonna set these to fallow because nothing's really good. I don't know, maybe we could do like a halfway decent flax haul, I guess. Start with that. Always need more ox. More cowbell! That's right. Do the oxens come with the cowbells? If so, 2 birds, 1 stone. Yeah, see, we can upgrade even more houses to level 3 now, especially since we got the apples coming in. So, yeah, looking good. Never too many. It's true. I probably always use more ox. TBH. We'll get a couple more families moving in since we upgraded those houses, but we're about to lose them to artisan jobs, so. Once we get these farming tasks done, then we'll get all that set up. Yeah, and the new way that this is set up means that basically a bakery or a cobbler that has to be on a level 3 house, that means that you're always going to have to sacrifice 2 families for either of those jobs. Because you have to have it be a level 3 house, which means it's always going to at least be 2 families. And you add the artisan workshop, so that means you're always going to lose 2 families for a bakery or a cobbler. Something to take into consideration as well with the new change in that department. Okay, we got a decent amount of wheat grain and rye grain, and we got some flax as well. Not too shabby. Can probably replant some rye here. Maybe. I guess we could add another little field area. Ox strategy, so many per plot or per people. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I general rule of thumb for me is just 1 family assigned at the farmhouse per Morgan of field space, and you know the ox do make it like a little bit even more efficient, but it depends, you know, as we've said like 1,000 times, if you have like oddly shaped, you know, fields or fields that are like, you know, along like curved roads or something like that, then you're probably not going to be, especially with the oxen, they're probably not going to be as efficient. But if you have like nice evenly shaped like strips like this, then they're definitely going to be more efficient. So it depends on the size of the fields, the shape of the fields, and then of course also depends on your logistical setup. There's never really one simple answer to anything, unfortunately. But yeah, pretty much rule of thumb is 1 family assigned per Morgan of field space. And then if you add oxens on top of that, then it just gets a little bit more efficient from there. But hard to say with... and anything regarding like, you know, what's the like exact right amount, what's the formula, whatever. I don't think that there realistically is right now for anything, due to the fact that, you know, everything's just in such a fluid, constant state of change, or buggy state, or whatever. I kind of just do whatever seems to work. Honestly, for me, I really don't even really think about all that too much. I just staff as many staff as I can. Like, I just free up as much staff as I can for the farmhouse during the autumn, and that's that. I'm not really sitting here thinking like, oh, I have, you know, 5.5 Morgan of space, therefore I need, you know, 5.6 families or whatever, or 4 families if I have 2 oxen and blah blah. It's just like, kind of just like, oh, autumn's coming, let me free up as many workers as I can and put them on the farmhouse, and then pretty much good to go. And then if I do end up having more, you know, like they got through this farmland pretty quick, and then I was like, oh, we can just add a couple more fields because we have more time, you know, whatever. We kind of just play it by ear. Alright, so we'll staff up our windmill since we got our grains ready. And then now we'll go ahead and add our bakery. There we go. Bakery's coming in. We have tons of bread. And then we'll also get our brewery right here. Staff up our malt house. And then we'll go ahead and start importing the malts. And we already purchased the trade route for it. There we go. And once again, I'm just gonna purchase like kind of small amounts of malt, not really too much, like 15 at a time. Actually, we don't even need the malt house staff. What am I thinking? Because we're just importing malt. Yeah, because every malt is 2 ale at the brewery extension, so it's 2-to-1 production conversion ratio. So we'll just import malt and get that crafted up at the brewery. We'll be making strong amounts of it. No problem. Alright, we're done with these gatherings things for now. Cool. Oh yeah, let's also staff up the weaver's workshop so we can turn our flax into linen, and then we'll get ready to, we'll probably add a tailor's workshop here as well. Start making some clothing. There we go. So we could probably do with a few more living spaces as well. A few more families in here would probably be good. Yeah, the crop rotation's cool if you just want to set it and forget it, yeah. Yeah, gotcha, Mo. What months do you do the rotation? Pretty much just during, like, September, maybe in October as well. Basically, like, September, October kind of thing. I would say, like, yeah, if you have like a battle with the Baron coming up, I guess maybe, and you're thinking like, oh, I don't want to forget about it, then maybe just kind of set up a manual or an automatic rotation, and then come back to it. But you know, either way works. Either way is definitely fine. We're stocking up stuff faster than we can sell it, huh? Let's go ahead and order up another horse and ramp up even more trade.
Don't be shy, sirs and ladies.
See, we're starting to produce wheat bread, we can see there. We're starting to produce clothing. Yep, from the linen. Shortly we will be producing ale as we get the malt imported. So yeah, we're making big strides here. If you hover over the time on the time of year icon, it should tell you when the harvest is. Well, it doesn't actually. It doesn't. So it tells you for the like autumn window, but what it doesn't tell you is that September is the only, like September specifically is the only time that you can harvest. You cannot harvest anymore during October or November, so it's not like super clear down here, but yeah. Basically, by the end of September, you're done. You're not going to be able to do any more harvesting. So after that, your fields are going to be ready to turn over, guaranteed. Even if they're not fully gathered, like they're done. You know what I mean? We'll add another person to the trading post here. We got a third horse. There we go, starting to produce ale, clothes, all that stuff is coming into play now. Making a bunch of wheat bread. And rye bread as well soon too. So yeah, we got a bunch of stuff going on here. Let's take care of these. There's more bandit camps. Where was these bandit camps? There's another one in the middle of the map. They stole some of our bread grain I saw. We gotta go get that back, dude. Can't allow that. Right, just walk right through the AI town. No worries. Excuse us. Where is this bandit camp? Over here. Go get that. Alright. Okay, what else? What else? Not really much else we need to get taken care of here now, to be honest. We're pretty good. Let's upgrade our orchard and veggie houses to tier 3 so they can gain another family each so that they can work on those plots. There we go. We got our grain back. They took some rough stone and grain from us. We got that back. Regional wealth. All right, easy. No problem. All right, we have good influence here too. So I think this coming year we launch an attack on the enemy AI and see what's going on. See if they're ready. See if they can handle the smoke or what. Put the AI to the test, bro. Are we actually cooking here, or are we just still in? Are the AI still just pathetic? Let's find out. This is the year 4. We're gonna attack them. See what they can do, or see if maybe if they'll attack another region or something. We're definitely gonna do some sort of combat here. So as soon as the game allows you to do it. Yeah, exactly, Ned, yeah. Exactly. Basically, as soon as the game allows you to rotate them. Which will typically be like at the end of September. As they're finishing the harvest. I know, dude. We need that cavalry. I know. I know it. I know it. Right there with you. Another bandit camp. Alright. Let's see if they will go for it. I'm hoping this... I mean, this AI still hasn't done anything, dude. I put them on aggressive. We're going into year 4. They literally have done nothing. They haven't gone for any of the bandit camps. They haven't attacked a region. They haven't done anything, dude. We're going into year 4 here, and I put them on the max aggressive. So, I don't know what's up with that. Feels like they definitely should have done something by now. They should at least be going to try to get those bandit camps. We're just getting free reign on them. Rotate that labor. What else are we doing? Let's get our seasonal fishing and gathering going again. Yeah, not too much else, huh? Probably meant to say passive aggressive. Yeah. Is it like the Baron only attack year 6 or 7? I mean, the Baron, if you put the Baron on aggressive, he is like going to claim regions by within literally like a few months in the first year. Like the Baron on aggressive will already have attacked like 3 regions by the 2nd year. Like he's moving, he moves very quick. Yeah, if you put the Baron on aggressive, dude, he's literally within the first few months already going out and taking bandit camps and all that kind of stuff. In year 1. Yeah, they're aggressively farming carrots. Yeah, there we go. Exactly. Here, speaking of which, let's take a look at their town, I guess, but I mean, it looks pretty much the same when we looked last time, I guess. A few more houses over here. And they got plenty of backyard extensions. They have plenty of food. They have a rich salt deposit, so I'm sure they have plenty of food and money. They got their manor over here in the distance. Church. Still have their joiner shop and blacksmith, so I don't know. It looks pretty much the same as it did when we left before. Just a few more houses, I guess, but not really too much else going on. All the houses are level 1 other than the blacksmith and the joiner shop. So I assume they're making... It seems like he taught them how to make their own shields and spears. And so that's what they're doing, is they're just making a bunch of spear militia. So, I mean, that's cool, I guess. We'll see what it looks like. What if we take territories? If we claim a neutral territory, the AI is not going to do anything. I mean, we can try it. Here, I'll claim this territory right here. Claim with influence. This is a neutral territory. Nothing's going to happen, watch. This bar is just going to go to the end, and then we're going to own the territory, watch. Nothing's going to happen. It's a big... whole lot of nothing. They did hire mercenaries before, so I don't. We'll find out. We'll find out. So we're about to find out. But yeah, as you can see, if you claim a neutral region, literally nothing happens. I mean, it's just the timer goes down, and then you get the region. Very underwhelming. There we go. Region claimed. So there you go. We got another, like, yeah. That's the experience of claiming a neutral region, if you were wondering. Pretty lame. Alright, so let's gather up some forces, I guess, and let's go actually attack his region and see what happens. I don't know. Well, let's not buy all the mercenaries. Leave some on there for him to use, I guess. I really hate how, like, dude, it is so, it's just absurd how, like, you get units and, like, and then they're just, like, in the enemy's territory and just, like, walk through the enemy's territory. It's just like, okay, whatever. Alright, let's move our forces over here. Oh, whoops. I didn't realize there was a bandit camp here. Okay, got our forces heading over here. So all territories claim he will attack. Yeah, we just bought a recently trained swamp, exactly. All territories claim he will attack? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, your guess is as good as mine. Like, this... I wish I could say, like, you know, this is how the AI works and stuff, but I don't think that they even know how the AI works. So, yeah, there's not really an answer for any of that stuff. We'll see how it looks right here, but, yeah, I mean... You guys are watching the same thing that I'm watching, so... I mean, like I said, so far, we're like, you know, we're into year 4 here, and the AI has done literally nothing. They are on aggressive, and they have not gone for a single bandit camp, nor have they contested any territories, or they haven't done anything, so... You tell me. What do you think? What do you guys think of that? Does that seem good? Does that seem like a challenging opponent on the maximum aggressive settings? For me, it's pretty obviously not, you know? Claiming a neutral territory, I mean, you guys saw that, right? Is that cool? Do you guys think that's engaging? I don't. But we'll see what happens right here. We're about to attack his region with, like, not like a massive army. I mean, this is kind of a modest-sized army, so we'll see what happens. We're claiming his region. Okay, so he replied to the battle. Looks like he wants the battlefield over here. I wouldn't be surprised if this bugs out, because we're far from the battlefield location. But we'll see what happens. Looks like he does have 3 spear militias right here. So that's pretty cool. We'll see if he does anything else. mean, I have a feeling that this is just going to bug out. We'll see what happens, but I think it's... When the battle's like this and we're not in the little battlefield location and stuff, oftentimes you'll just lose the battle out of nowhere. Alright, and what's going on here? Like, why... Look at this movement, dude. What is this? Half of these guys don't know what the heck's going on, and they're just standing here. They haven't figured out that, you know, the rest of the platoon's moving. This guy's visually bugging out. These guys are walking in a single file straight line for whatever reason. These guys are all bunched up. I mean, okay, now we just pressed play again, and then all you guys saw that all of a sudden it just they just teleported. The units just teleported back into formation or whatever. Okay. Cool. Alright, we're headed to the battlefield location. Set up some archers up here on the hill. We'll see if this works. I feel like this battlefield location might bug out, though. Let's see what happens. I want these guys to... Jeez. Chase down those archers. Alright, I'm actually surprised that the battle hasn't bugged out, so that's actually a good, that's a positive. Okay, we're hitting them with arrows as they're heading towards us. Let's go stand our ground. And we can flank them with these guys. Get our archers rotated over here. I mean, he does have quite... I mean, so it looks like he did hire some mercenaries, and then he also has a few spear militia of his own. Looks like he still hasn't put in any code for the retinue to be expanded, because it's still just the 5 initial retinue that you get for building the manor, so... Apparently that's still too much to ask. They can't, like, use their retinue. But we do have 3 spear militias that we can see. They had a joiner's shop and a blacksmith, so... You know, I'm pretty sure that they actually, like, produced all of these material. This whole deal with, like, the units just, like, disappearing and appearing out of nowhere. I feel like I'm playing Mandate Order now all of a sudden. Once again, I'm like, dude, this is... I mean, you guys are watching what I'm watching. I'm not... Literally, you just saw, like, the icons were here, the units were invisible, and we just pressed play, and then they all of a sudden just appear out of nowhere. Like, and it was the same thing earlier when the units were moving too. Like, that kind of stuff is just absurd. That definitely never used to be that way. that is a new development. But anyways, it is kind of cool that they are able to produce their own spears and shields and get, like, militias going. That's definitely good. They're actually using them, although... Oh, I don't know, I guess that's debatable. They're kind of just standing back here. Yeah, you can tell they really, like, decreased the cold distance, because, I mean, look, even if we zoom out like this, like, everything gets cold. which they did, you know, this is part of the performance improvements, that's fine. But yeah, you can see they go in and out of view if you zoom, like, they decrease the cull distance, obviously, so like stuff gets disappeared closer up. Anyways. Cut those guys off. See, I don't know what are these guys doing over here? They're just like, what is this? What is this strategy? What are these tactics? These units look like they don't know what they're doing. Yep, good job, guys. You're really putting up a fight over here. Really putting up a big fight. And look, you got this guy's trying to get out of the huddle. You got a few guys trying to abandon ship here. They can't get out. So yeah, I mean, look, objectively, this is not a great experience. Like, look, his units are just kind of like, they're like, I don't know if we want to attack, don't want to attack, just going back and forth. You got these guys over here who are literally just standing here. The units seem to be like teleporting in and out of view and teleporting between like formations. I mean, I'm just saying, guys, like, objectively, this is not great. Not a great experience. The combat used to be far superior. It's definitely gotten worse. The AI has improved in the sense of, like I said, it definitely, obviously, the fact that they're actually making their own militias and stuff is definitely an improvement. But, like, what is going on over here? Look. Look at this. Their spear militia are literally just running in a single file line through the woods, doing nothing. Like, come on, man. Like, what is... They're literally just running through the woods towards the edge of the map in a single file line, doing nothing. You guys are watching the same thing that I'm watching. You know, I'm not creating this. This is the game. Look, where are they going? What are they doing? They're just... Are they gonna run up the whole... Are they gonna run up the mountain? What are they... Okay, they're coming back now? Okay. They ran to the mountains and now they're back, ready to get killed, I guess. So, yeah, I mean... I think that's the last of their forces, right? Oh, they have some archers over here. Okay. So it's cool that they're able to make the militia, but then it's like, what's the point if they don't even know how to use them? We got all this single file unit pathing and stuff. Okay. Well, there we go. I guess we won the game. I mean, that's... There you go. Aggressive AI, and... yeah. Well... yeah, too much ale. This economy can import some spears and shields easily as well. Yeah, for sure. I mean, See, but the thing is, it's like we don't even need to do anything else. Like that was with the AI on aggressive. Like we could have stopped them like in year 1 or year 2. So I don't know, man. So, anyways, well, there we go, guys. That's a look at the aggressive AI and their capabilities, especially in the combat scenarios, is still extremely lackluster. So. I guess we took their territory, right? So we take their town. So let's take a look at what their town was looking like. So this is their town. So it looks like they have... I mean, they have a lot of food. They have like beetroots, eggs, milk, berries, carp, some pork, chicken. Got a ton of charcoal. Look at how much charcoal they have. Look how much salt they have. 1.2k salt. Holy crap. They've got, you know, a bunch of shields. We could tell, obviously, they were building shields and spears. They've got some, you know, standard building materials, whatever. They have over 6,000 regional wealth. Approval's fine. They have, what? Like 52 total families? Yeah, 52 total families. So, yeah, this is where the AI was at in year 4 on aggressive. And then they had 3 spear militias, which was good, but they didn't know how to use them. So anyways, that's what the AI was looking like on aggressive. Still pretty lackluster overall. Some improvements there, but definitely, yeah, the whole combat, like, that's why I've been saying recently, guys, like, the combat experience is just, I really don't bother with, like, I just wanted to test it out again since they, you know, supposedly had made some improvements, but, yeah, it's still, in my opinion, that's just, like, not really very enjoyable. Like, that kind of combat scenario is just, yeah, it's not really fun, so. Anyways, at least the town building stuff still remains to be really good, obviously. And it looks like the AI is making some improvements in some areas, but still has a lot to go. But I guess that's going to be where we wrap it up for today, guys. Since we went ahead and, you know, we're done here. We won, I guess. I didn't really... I didn't think it was going to be that quick and easy, I guess. So, there we have it, guys. AI giving us trouble? No. Not at all. Not at all. That's the problem. But we're gonna, yeah, what's up, Morai, by the way? I hope you're having a good one, bro. We're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Yeah, because we're done, I guess, with this playthrough, so. Supposed to be a new feature where we can't see the units in the forest? I guess. I don't know. They don't seem to work on this map. It's an odd one. Okay, so this map is just bugged, I guess? I don't know. Alright. Alright, guys. Well, appreciate you guys being here. We're going to wrap it up for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. And hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend and a really good Sunday. And have a good week ahead, guys. Looking forward to the next one. And yeah, as always, guys, really appreciate it. Stay warm out there. I know some of you guys have still got some really freezing, harsh weather. So I hope you guys stay warm. Got spring right around the corner. Happy March. It's March 1st, 2026. So hope everybody's having a good year, and spring's right around the corner. That's right. GG's, guys. Yeah, no worries, Infomorat. Good to hear from you, though, dude. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And yeah, this will be uploaded on the channel, as always. So if you want to take a look at how the AI played out. Yeah, GG's, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Going to switch over to the outro here. Enjoy that. And have a good one, guys. Thank you so much. Catch you next time.